Hello, and welcome to California Gun Law. I'm your host, Don Hammond. On this episode, I'm going to talk about two of my favorite legal topics, guns and DUI defense. Driving under the influence is a very common reason that the average person gets arrested. And we get a lot of questions about the impact of a DUI on a person's gun rights. So I'll try to answer those questions today. I am a licensed California attorney and a shooting instructor. I regularly help teach the 16-hour class that's required to get a concealed carry license in California. On this program, we provide education on California's complicated web of gun laws so that responsible gun owners like you can better understand how to lawfully exercise their rights. California has a complicated web of firearms laws and regulations, and there are a lot of traps for the unwary. We want to help you do it right so you won't need our criminal defense legal services. On the DUI front, I've been defending DUI cases for over a decade. I have more training than the average cop in field sobriety testing and DUI investigations, and I've personally spent time in a lab actually testing human blood samples for alcohol. A few weeks ago, the National College for DUI Defense presented me with their Trial Advocacy Award for 2025. And in a few weeks, I'm doing a presentation at the annual conference of the California DUI Lawyers Association on the topic of drug DUI defense. Today, I'll discuss the impact of a DUI conviction on your gun rights. As a preliminary matter, don't drink and drive. There are a lot of options these days to get a safe and sober ride home, and they're a lot cheaper than hiring an attorney to fight your case. In California, a typical DUI is a misdemeanor as long as you don't hurt anyone. As a misdemeanor, it generally has no impact on your ability to own, possess, or purchase firearms. I have had cases where clients were arrested for DUI and had firearms in the vehicle. These can be complicated, but I've generally been able to negotiate away the gun charges. I've even seen prosecutors mistakenly file these cases as felonies until I show up and point out the legal error and then get it back down to misdemeanor land for the whole case, and then we work it out. As a reminder, even a misdemeanor conviction for carrying a concealed gun or carrying a loaded gun under Penal Code Sections 25,400 or 25,850 makes you a prohibited person in California for 10 years. Now, a California DUI can be a felony if you hurt someone or if you accumulate 4 or more DUIs within 10 years. I've had clients who are on their 6th DUI case. Any felony conviction, including a felony DUI, makes you a prohibited person for firearms purposes. Some felony convictions are eligible for reduction to misdemeanors later on, which generally does restore firearms rights. Even a misdemeanor DUI conviction will also impact your ability to get a CCW license in California. Penal Code Section 26202 has a list of disqualifying factors. Subdivision A7 makes you disqualified if in the 5 years prior to applying for a CCW license, you've even been on probation as a result of an offense that involves controlled substances or alcohol. Of course, a DUI involves alcohol or controlled substances. DUI probation is usually 3 years in California, and it can be as long as 5 years. So effectively, a DUI conviction disqualifies you from getting a CCW license for at least 8 years. The 3 years of probation, plus another 5 years until you can submit your application, to say nothing of application processing times. If you already have your CCW license, of course, carrying while under the influence is a violation of Penal Code Section 26,200, Subdivision A3, regardless of whether you're driving. So hopefully you aren't stopped for DUI while carrying a gun. Fortunately, I've yet to see a case with that situation. But a DUI conviction should trigger your CCW license to be revoked, and you'll be disqualified for at least 8 years to apply to get it back. So if gun rights are important to you, take a Lyft or an Uber or phone a friend. If you are arrested for DUI, it's important to get a really good DUI attorney to explore all of the possible defenses. I'm Don Hammond of California Gun Law. We'll catch you all next time. Stay informed, stay legal, stay safe.